Dividend ETFs are absolutely crushing it this year, and some of them are up about 14% year to date. And you may be wondering where the smart money is heading when these tech stocks are starting to slide. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 different dividend ETFs that are skyrocketing in 2026, and some of them may surprise you. This video is purely educational content and should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. Alright, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we are talking about 5 dividend ETFs that are absolutely crushing it year to date. And are they a buy for the rest of 2026? Well, let's dive in and let's talk about these dividend ETFs. Now, first of all, let's talk about why people are diving into these dividend ETFs. I got 3 factors that could be associated with why smart money is kind of going into these dividend ETFs. First of all is the rate cut environment. Now we have a new Fed chair that's going to be taking place in about March and May, and so we're going to have maybe some different interest rate cuts coming up, and so people may be taking their money out of some treasuries, maybe taking out their money of those safe bonds and even safe cash deposits and putting them into dividend ETFs. That could be a reason that these could be skyrocketing right now. Factor number 2 could be that people are kind of taking their money out of tech and putting them into a safer place, and that could be a good reason why these could be going up. As tech is sliding, as AI is kind of coming down, people may be looking for safety, and dividend ETFs provide some of that safety for these people and these investors. Now, in fact, number 3 could be energy, and energy sector is skyrocketing right now. If you take a look at the ETF XLE, it is up 19.55% year to date. Now in 2025, it was only up 7.88%, but right now it's up crazily. And some of these ETFs have huge energy sections a part of their portfolio, and so that could be driving some of these portfolios total return up crazily. Now, it may not be the highest at the end of the year, but right now it's doing really well. So those are 3 different factors. Now let's dive into 5 different dividend ETFs that are skyrocketing in 2026. Our first ETF is going to be SPYD, which is the Spider S&P 500 high dividend ETF. Now this ETF does have a total return of about 10.15%, so it's doing pretty good. I mean, it usually averages probably between 9 to 10% yearly, and right now it's already up 10.15%, so it's doing pretty good for the long run. Now SPYD's got an interesting approach. It takes about 80 of the top highest dividend paying stocks in the S&P 500 and puts it all in their portfolio. Now it's not weighted by market cap, and everything has an equal weighting, and so you're getting anywhere between 1.25 to 1.6% of each different holding within this portfolio. Now the current yield is 4.16%, so it's a pretty high yield for this ETF. And now it's got an expense ratio of 0.07%, so it costs $7 for every $10,000 invested. Now with this ETF, you do have 21% in REITs, and so you're getting a lot of that REIT dividend yield, and you have about 16% in financials. Now financials do pay pretty good yield, and so this is getting a really good yield from the REITs and also with the financials. So with this ETF, you're always going to get a pretty good yield, but the performance hasn't really done well overall, and so overall, and compared to some of the past, and so with this, you're doing pretty well, and you're getting good yield, and also you're probably getting a lot of yield from REITs and financials. So that's just something to consider. Let's go on to ETF number 2. ETF number 2 is going to be HDV. HDV is the iShares Core High Dividend ETF. Now its year-to-date return is going to be about 12.75%, so it's doing really good compared to a lot of the other ETFs on this list, and it's got a a couple reasons why it's doing this. Now, HDV does track the Morningstar Dividend Yield Focus Index. It's got about 75 different holdings. It focuses on dividend paying companies that have financial stability, plus it's got a huge exposure to energy. Now, right now, the dividend yield is sitting about 2.85%. It's got an expense ratio of 0.08%, meaning it costs about $8 for every $10,000 invested. It's got about 75 different holdings, and it's got about 25% of those holdings in the energy sector alone. So energy is actually boosting this performance year to date, and so that could be a reason why it's so high. And also, it's got probably a pretty good yield. So if you're looking for something that's got a yield around 3%, one that's doing above 10% in year to date performance, and it's got about 75 different holdings, so it's a little bit more concentrated, HDV could be that ETF that you could add to your portfolio. And the top 3 holdings is going to be Exxon, Chevron, and Johnson & Johnson. So it's got some pretty good holdings a part of this. And like I said, with energy making about 25% of his portfolio, energy sector is up about almost 20%. This could be driving the performance of this portfolio. So let's get on to ETF number 3. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And one of the best places I find when I research and look up information about different ETFs, different stocks, is Seeking Alpha. Now, Seeking Alpha does have some great plans. It's got a pro plan, it's got an alpha picks plan, it's got a plan that you can just sign up and you can find and research all of these great ETFs and stocks. Obviously, you can do a lot of things for free, but some of the articles are now paid for, and some of the things that you may want to look at are also, you have to pay for it. One of the best things I've been doing is I've had this pro plan, and this is a great way where I can see if it's a buy, a hold, and seeing some great research about each ETF and each stock. And if you use my link in the description and the pinned comments, you'll get a discount right now, which could be a $30 discount if you sign up through the link. And so this is a great way where you could be a part of this. You could research and do your own kind of due diligence when kind of making your own portfolio. And if you want an easy way, you can also sign up through this QR code that's going to be on the side of the screen. So check that out, sign up, and let's get back to the video. Our next ETF is going to be DVY, and DVY is the iShares Select Dividend ETF. Now, this ETF does have a year-to-date performance of about 10.03%. Now, what's driving this ETF is probably not sector, but we'll get onto some of those holdings that could be a reason why this one is going so high. Now, DVY does track the Dow Jones Select Dividend Index, and it's looking at companies that have been paying dividends for at least 10 years, and it's also looking at financial stability and also market cap requirements, a part of this ETF. It's got right now a current yield of about 3.3% with about 99 different companies. It's got an expense ratio of 0.38%, being the most expensive expense ratio on this list, and it could be one that you want to buy and hold for the long term, or maybe not. Now, some of the top holdings are going to be Seagate, Pfizer, Ford, and Verizon. And the first number 1 is going to be Seagate. Now, if we don't know anything about Seagate, Seagate is a company that talks about storage. And one of the biggest sectors right now that is skyrocketing is storage. I mean, SanDisk is up almost 150% year to date, and Seagate is up about 38% year to date. So you're getting one company that has absolutely skyrocketed this ETF to boost its total performance. Now, Seagate probably hasn't been doing that well in the past, but it's probably had a good dividend yield of around 3%, but right now it's up 38% year to date in performance, and that's probably why DVY is doing so well with its performance. So sometimes when we're looking at dividend ETFs, some are going to have some pretty good yields, and some of them are going to have some companies that will boost and boom over a course of a year. And so that's a good reason why maybe you may find some great dividend ETFs that has some good prices, and that's why DVY could have been a good one to buy maybe in 2025 and allowed it to boost and boom right now in 2026. Our next ETF is going to be SDY, which is the Spider S&P Dividend ETF. Now, this one's got a year-to-date performance of about 10.92%. So it's the third highest on this list, which is a great one to kind of buy for the long term. Now, SDY is looking at more of those dividend aristocrats. It has criteria that's looking at companies that have been paying a dividend for the last 20 years. And so this could be a good one that you can buy and hold for the long term. Now, this one does track the S&P High Yield Dividend Aristocrats Index. So you're going to have companies that have high yield. You're going to have companies that have been paying a dividend for at least the last 20 consecutive years. And they are also part of the S&P Composite 1500. And so they're some of the top 1500 companies on the S&P. And so when we're taking a look at this is going to have maybe a lower yield because these have been paying some great dividends, but they're also more the stable companies. This one's got about 134 different companies. It's got an expense ratio of 0.34%, so it's not the cheapest on this list, but not the most expensive. It's also got a yield of about 2.38%, and so it's not the best yield, but it's also quite stable, quite consistent. Now with this ETF, the top 4 holdings are going to be Verizon, Realty Income Corporation, Target, and Chevron. And as you can see, Chevron is one of those energy companies. And so with this ETF, you're also getting a bunch of energy companies. And so it is also boosting kind of those returns for this entire ETF. Our last ETF is going to be SCHD, and SCHD is the Charles Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. And this ETF tracks about 100 different companies. It's got different metrics going from those that have been paying a dividend for the last 10 years. It's also based upon some of those that have high yields and some of those that are continuing to grow. And so this could be a good ETF to add to your portfolio. It is one of those most talked about ETFs on the market, and it's been doing really well. And when I say it's doing really well, the performance so far year to date is 14.29%, so it's the highest performing ETF on this list. It's got a yield of about 3.3%. Now, it used to be 3.7%, but since the performance has gone up, the yield has also gone down, and so that's kind of the trade-off with this. Now, it's got an expense ratio of 0.06%, so it's pretty good. It's got about 100 different holdings, and with the holdings, you have Texas Instruments, Lockheed Martin, and Chevron. And with this ETF, you do have about 21% of it being in energy, and so this is a pretty good energy sector ETF. With this ETF, it does track the Dow Jones Dividend 100 Index, and it does have a reconstitution in March of every year. So that means it could kind of move some of these energy companies out, or it could also be bringing in some better companies. So we don't know what's going to happen in March, but this is going to have a reconstitution soon. So these are 5 different ETFs that you could be investing in, and you can see some pretty good performance. Now, I'm not going to say the performance is going to continue in 2026, because maybe if you would have bought it in 2025, you would see a high performance right now, but we can't predict the future, can we? No. And sometimes these could be failing the rest of 2026, so we don't know what's going to happen. And the best thing about this is just continue to kind of dollar cost average into ETFs, and maybe a good place to be putting money in could be into some growth ETFs that kind of going down right now. Or you can just find a good dividend ETF like an SCHD, like an SPYD, maybe a VYM, an FDVV, something that could be going up in the future. So if you have any comments and some other dividend ETFs I could be missing, leave them down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. And if you're looking for a great ranking of the top 10 ETFs, I made a video about it right here. Check it out, and we'll see you in our next video.